I'd heard that Bobby was dealing with some challenges in the past several weeks, and he is, he's a champion and left his mark on this sport, and we should celebrate him and remember the incredible moments that you might have, whether it was a race you watched or an opportunity to actually get to be with him and talk with him. I was kind of indirectly linked to Bobby working with the Allison brothers when they were building Legends cars. That was my first job. I got a speeding ticket and Dad told me to go get a job. So I got to know Donnie and all of the guys, and then they made me like the honorary member of the Alabama gang at one point, which was really nice, but because it was a really tight group there, and getting to know Red Farmer, and I just, through all of that, I got to know Bobby better, and just an incredible career. So cool of NASCAR to acknowledge his win at Bowman Gray just weeks ago, and I mean, he'll be missed. I remember when he was injured and how deeply that affected my dad. They were very close. I think that Bobby and Dad had a relationship there when Dad was young, and in 79, 80, 81, through that period, Bobby was very helpful. Dad would say that Bobby and Donnie were the ones that would actually talk to him and answer his questions and stuff, and so they were pretty close. And I remember being young when all that was going on, and how thankful we were that he was able to survive that. And I'll say this too, I was at Dover, I think it was my first year as a broadcaster. I got in an elevator or something to go up to the booth, and Bobby walked in or came into the elevator, and I thought, man, of all the places he could be at his age, and he wants to be at Dover for a cup race. Of all the places this man could be right now, and he's here. What a dedication, right, to the sport. He gave more than anybody that I can imagine to this sport, and he continued to give and continued to be a part of it.
Hello, my beloved viewers. I'm sorry to report to you that Bobby Allison, who won 85 NASCAR races over an almost 3-decade career that made him one of the most celebrated stock car drivers of all time in the sport, died on Saturday. He was 86 years old. Bobby Allison was a retired American NASCAR driver and one of the most celebrated figures in stock car racing history. Born on December 3, 1937, in Miami, Florida, he was part of the legendary Alabama Gang, a group of drivers from Alabama who made a significant impact on the sport. Known for his skill and tenacity, Allison achieved 84 official NASCAR Cup Series wins, which ties him for 4th in the all-time wins list. Some highlights of his career include he won the NASCAR Cup Series championship in 1983, which was the pinnacle of his career. He won the prestigious Daytona 500 three times in 1978, 1982, and 1988. The 1988 win was particularly memorable as he beat his son, Davey Allison, to the finish line, marking the only father-son 1-2 finish in Daytona 500 history. He was inducted in 2011, solidifying his legacy in motorsports. In addition to his success, Allison faced numerous challenges, including a career-ending crash in 1988 and personal tragedies, including the loss of his sons, Clifford and Davey. Despite these hardships, Bobby Allison's legacy endures, and he is remembered as one of NASCAR's all-time greats. Bobby Allison's family has had a significant presence in the world of NASCAR, particularly through his sons, who followed in his footsteps in racing. He got married to Judy Allison and lived together for so many years and had children. That's to say, Clifford Allison, Bobby's oldest son, who was a promising NASCAR driver. Clifford tragically passed away in a racing accident during a practice session for a NASCAR race in 1992. Davey Allison, Bobby's second son, who also became a NASCAR driver. Davey achieved great success, including winning the 1992 Daytona 500. Tragically, he died in a helicopter crash in 1993, just a year after Clifford's passing. Sherry Allison, Bobby's daughter, who has generally stayed out of the spotlight compared to her brothers. Bobby's legacy in NASCAR is strongly tied to his children's careers, particularly Davey, whose potential was seen as a continuation of Bobby's own success. Despite the tragic losses of both sons, Bobby remains a revered figure in the NASCAR community. May his soul rest in eternal peace.